Name of the game. Let's close our eyes and settle in. Nice long exhale. Inhaling into the present moment. I am here. Exhaling to soften from the top of your head, like a gentle waterfall rolling down the shoulders. Inhaling to notice your breath. This is now. Exhaling to feel that softness. Relaxing through your arms. Feeling the back expand with your inhale. Feeling your hips and legs relax as you exhale. Taking a few more rounds of breath quietly. Noticing what thoughts have come up. Gently bringing your awareness back to the sensation of your breath. With your next exhale, draw the hands to the heart. Honoring yourself, showing up for yourself. Let the hands come down, gentle blink open your eyes, and we'll ease through some cat-cows. Warming up, getting some movement into the spine. Take care of yourself today. Listen into your body and your needs. I think the more we can cultivate a quieting of mental energy, the more we can find the truth within ourselves and listen and take care. Good. Come up and roll the shoulders. Just feeling into how the shoulders are doing today. You might do both together. You might make it like a swimming motion with your shoulders rolling back one at a time. Sometimes it helps to bend the elbows just to alleviate any pulling sensation. Bending the elbows tends to activate some of the outer shoulder blade muscles, giving a little bit more support to the tops of the shoulders and the neck. Let that go, slide the hands down and stretch them out to the side. Big reach, slow reach. As you're reaching, you might even extend the fingers downward a little bit so that there's a little bit of bend in the wrist to create a bit more stretch and sensation. Push the hands to the heart. Gazing downward to your heart. Inhale, watch your hands come up. Big breath and exhale. The eyes come back down as the hands come down to the sides. Activate the shoulders as you bring your hands down. So there's some active space through the chest. Nice and active in the pecs. Inhale, stretch back up. Exhale, hands down to the heart. You can follow with your eyes if it's okay with your eyes and your neck. Up to the sky. Big breath, opening the ribs. Exhale, push side to side all the way down. Activate. So my elbows bend just slightly towards the ground, drawing them into my sides. And that activates through the chest, drawing the shoulder blades towards each other. Inhale, back up. Open through the sides, down to the heart. Inhale, back up. Exhale out, letting the eyes come down. One more time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to the heart. Inhale up. And exhale out. Take the arms, tug across your body. Take a moment, giving yourself a nice hug. Feel your arms. Holding to the shoulder blades if you can, anywhere along the way. It might feel good to draw the head down. It might feel good to move the head side to side. Slide your arms down, lift them up to the sky. Exhale into a forward fold. Nice breathing, relaxing your heart down. Active through your low belly and your front hip points, thinking about drawing in to support the shape of the spine. Good. Walk your hands behind you. Press into the fingers and lift up the heart. Draw the shoulder blades towards each other. This gentle pressure down into the fingers. So I'm not like pressing too much. It's just an activating. Exhale to let that go. Go ahead and bring the legs forward with the feet on the ground and the knees bent. Take your hands, circles or knock, and we're just going to go through the front of the legs and the outer legs, the outer hip. You might bring it down to the lower leg. Maybe you could get into the back of the legs, the hamstrings, especially if you think the IT band on the sides, the upper corner of the IT band and the lower border of the IT band. That area can be a little tender. Slide the hands up and down like you're just brushing it out. If it feels good to extend the legs out, they don't have to come all the way down, like the knees don't have to ground down. You might keep a little bit of bend in them still and just give a little space. And change your leg position. Whichever leg was on top is on bottom. If you don't remember, the one that feels less natural is probably the one you haven't done yet. Cat cows. I'm just gonna get my little Elliot's little chair here. Come upright, take the shoulders down the back, and we're just gonna take the left hand, push it out to the side. The elbow can keep a little bend in it if it is easier for your shoulders. You might be working to lengthen it out. You might notice what that feels like. Take that arm across the body, keeping the shoulder lowered from the ear. Use your other hand to support that stretch across the body. Not a huge sensation, just looking for maybe like a 20% effort, 20% sensation. So I feel just a little stretch, but I'm not like pulling too hard or anything. Easy, let the arm come down. Other side, pressing the right hand out. Again, if the elbow bends a little bit, it helps to activate more of the rotator cuff muscles and shoulder blade muscles to anchor the arm. If I outstretch it, it just takes a little bit more work and might be a little less stable. You can play with that, extending it out, bringing the elbow just a tiny bend. Good. Shoulder stays low, bring it across the body. Just use this arm to anchor, give it some support. Scan through the rest of your body and just notice, am I clenching up my hip? Am I clenching my jaw? Am I holding my breath? Easy, let that go. Good. One big stretch up to the sky. Interlace the fingers, press up, palms up. Take a breath or two, active through the side body. Try to keep soft in your jaw, your eyebrows, and your hips, wherever you tend to activate. Bring the hands forward and round your back, press forward. And easy, back up, let the arms soften down. We'll come to a little forward fold. Good. One more time, walking the hands behind you. Gentle pressure to the fingers, shine your heart up. And easy, let it go. Let's come down into come up into a tabletop. Roll through more cat cows. Leading with the tailbone through your transition. Good. Walk your hands up to a kneeling position. Strong quads. Pelvis is drawing forward just slightly, so the tailbone rolls underneath you. Active in the glutes, active in the low belly. Arms to the sides like mountain pose. Good. Take your wrists and just give some love, rolling the wrists. Notice if you're back bending. I noticed I started kind of back bending. Straighten the spine up. Use the low belly. We are strong and stable from deep within. All right, go ahead and bring your hands forward and come up to down dog. Take time in your down dog. Pedal your feet. Breathe. Good. The next time you exhale, walk forward. Bend into your knees and rise up. The front body lifts you up. You're strong in the legs, strong in the core. Reach your arms up. Exhale to the arms to the sides. Roll your shoulders back. Roll inside and outside of your feet. Roll up and down on your feet from the toes to the heels. Good. Inhale, take a breath and stretch up. If you like, the eyes can follow. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, step into your plank pose. Draw the knees down, lift up the feet, lower your body down. Cobra. Two more cobras, lower down, inhale. Exhale, one more cobra. Lower down and come up to down dog. Pressing your hips up to down dog, take a breath. Give a nice stretch for your leg, lifting up your left leg. This tends to create a stretch sensation in the grounded leg. Change sides. Exhale, let that go. Back to down dog. And walk forward. Rise up. Relax the arms to your sides. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale to forward fold. Halfway lift, step into plank. Lower the knees. Lift up the feet, lower down. 3 cobras again. Building up that strength in the back. Drawing your front body into your back body. After your third lift, push back to down dog. Come all the way forward. Bend your knees and rise up. Arms up, arms to your side. Stand in mountain and take a breath. Beautiful. You're grounded. You're spacious. Stable. And expand. Lift up. Exhale. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Step back to plank. We'll come back down through our knee plank. Chaturanga. Into your cobra 3 times. Inhale lifts the heart. Exhale lowers it down. Push to down dog. Let's take the left leg up. And we're going to bring it forward into crescent lunge. Step your foot forward. Rise up. Stand in your crescent lunge. Breathe. Exhale to bring the hands back down, step back. And you are free, of course, to come through chaturangas in the way that you feel today. If it's as a knee plank, lowering down with control. If it's a full plank, into an up dog. And push back to down dog. Maybe it's not doing it. Maybe it's doing more cat-cow. Listen in. Stretch your right leg up. Exhale to step it forward. Rise through crescent lunge. Good. Step forward, arms to the side. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to be taking one leg back. Halfway lift and take the left leg back. Good. I slide it back until it gets into a nice long lunge. And I'm going to use a pillow for my knee. You might like to do the same. Easing the back knee down. Walk your hands up the front leg. I'm using a thinner mat, so I want more support on my knee. This low lunge with the back knee down, low belly in. Think about a soft slope from the back knee, through the hips, through the glutes, up through the spine. Arms up. It might be a little bit of a back bend, just slightly, by drawing the arms back. Try to think about smooth lines, smooth angles. Good. Lower the hands. And we're going to take the back foot, retuck it. I'm moving my pillow and take your foot to warrior one. So just hop it into place. Mine's gonna hop twice and then go out. Rise up, find your warrior one. Ground into that back foot. Maybe find like a little stretch through the back calf. Great, arms to the side, step forward. Other side, reach up, forward fold. Halfway lift and the right foot's gonna come back. My foot lands and then I usually kind of just scooch it into place until I find the right lengthened back leg. And again, I'm gonna use my pillow. Bring your knee down and walk your hands up the front leg if that is supportive for you. Find your lift, find your pose. I'm looking for a lot of lift to create stretch sensation through the quads and the back leg. Some through the back hip flexor area. Keep breathing. Exhale, hands down. We'll navigate that back foot to warrior one. So I lift up my knee. Hop it into place. Rising up into warrior one. Front knee over the heel. Grounding into the back foot. Feel the lift through the arch of the back foot. Good. Step forward. Relax the arms. Let's take a moment doing a little bit of turning side to side. Let go of your jaw. This can create a bit of twist at the knees, so just be mindful of your knee. Good. Settle it down. Good. Let's step out wide onto the mat. Lifting up and fold. Engage up through the legs. Feet are parallel on the outside. Little bit of bend in the knees, at least. For you, it might be a bigger bend. You might use blocks under your hands or some sort of support. And we're just breathing, letting go of the upper body. Notice if your head is holding tension. Notice all the activity in the legs. A lot of drawing in through the low belly, lower abdomen. Giving space to your spine. Soothing breath. Walk your hands forward and draw your hips back to align with your heels. If the hips want to roll forward, take a breath to lengthen and soften through your heart and your chest. It might create a back bend, like puppy pose. Keep the low belly in. Good. Go ahead and walk your hands underneath you, bend your knees and come up. When I do that and come up, I angle my feet a little bit like goddess pose before I come up because my knees want to bend in that direction. And then I realign them. Open out to the left. Find your warrior two position in your legs. You might rise and sink into it. Knee over the heel. If the knee extends over the heel towards the toes, crawl your toes forward a little bit further, give more space. Coming to our side angle, prop your arm to the leg and push them into each other. Forearm presses in. Back hand, slide it down, and reach it out. Keep space in your bottom shoulder. Use the shoulder blade muscles, use your chest muscles. Just like in the beginning, when we let the arms come down to the sides, anchoring them, same sensation, nice and strong. It's like it puffs out at the front of the shoulder. Reach through your side, breathe. Ease up into triangle. Take time. Keep the knee tracking with the toes as you draw the hip back. Slide into your triangle. Ground into the feet. Lift through the arches, lift through the inner legs, activate through the pelvic floor, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, slide back to side angles. I'm propping my arm back to the leg and sliding my arm up. Open palms, easy finger, and come on up. Rotate your foot back into your wide forward fold. Come to fold. The low belly leads you into your forward folds. Slide your hands side to side, giving a hug to your leg. Hug your other leg. Back and forth. And come on up. Bend the knees and rise up. So naturally, I just kind of angle my toes out a little bit before I rise up. Never really explained that before. Open out, setting up to the right. Sink in. We're finding a place between rounded, strong, and lifted, where we find a bit of sustainability in the legs, where we can soften the jaw, soften the upper body, and then slide into your side angle. It's helpful to take your top hand down and slide it in front of your eyes until you can reach. Rather than just going like overhead, that tends to catch in the shoulder. Breathe. Slowly come out to triangle. You might press your bottom hand into the leg You might hold on to the leg or hold on to a block or a chair. Bend your knee, bring the forearm back to the leg, side angle. Lengthen, stretch, rotating the heart upwards. And we'll come out. Easy up. Rotate the foot back to wide forward fold. And spend a moment doing what feels good. If it's just being in your forward fold, if it's stretching side to side, bending one knee at a time, rotating into a twist. Sometimes I just like to roll my shoulders. Good. Next exhale, make your way up. And we'll draw the feet back together. Shake it out. Okay. Good. Let's do a standing. We'll come back to tree pose. Sometimes tree feels like almost a default, but it's that there's so much out energy through the beginning, and it takes all that out energy and brings it back. It grounds, it lifts, it helps kind of calm the mind. So start on your right leg, lift up the left knee, and open it out. I think that as the body tries to, is not always very still, we can find stillness through the eyes, nice steady breath. We start to find a bit of stillness and peace within, sometimes on the outside. Some days are a bit windier than others. Engage the glutes underneath you. Press into both feet. Arms are in your position. It feels good to you. And let it go. And finding like a mountain pose first. Find your stability first. Letting go of the first side and coming to the other side. Anywhere for the foot other than the knee, because we are pushing the foot into the leg. Breathing. Good, and come out. That pose could be done with the foot on a block or like on a little stool or something. Get creative. Good. I want to come back to the front of the mat and we're going to get into a twist with a quad stretch. Use props, do what you need, stretch up. Exhale to a forward fold. Take a moment in our forward fold. If it feels good in your forward fold at this point to rock side to side. I don't recommend that in the beginning before warmed up, but since you're warmed up now, it'll be better on the back. Good. Take a little half lift and take the left foot all the way back again. We'll bring the knee down again. And it can definitely be a place where patting it would be helpful. I'm going to use a block in my front hand here. So walk your right foot out, bend the back knee, reach back for your foot. We're twisting first and then reaching. So it might not even become holding your foot. It might be here. You might use a strap or a scarf or something in your hand. I like having a block because it lifts me up higher, makes it more accessible. It's easier on my wrist and easier on my shoulder. The front knee is in the same direction as the toes. Move your toes if you need to. Breathing. Great. Slide out, take your time. Walking your foot back in. We're just gonna change out. You can bring this front foot back. Maybe it's into a down dog. Maybe you just kind of slide it back. And then come up to down dog. Stretch your hips up. We'll take the left leg up and bring it forward however it gets there. Walk your feet into place. Bring your back knee down. Walk the front foot out. So I'm just doing this to make room for my knee to open so I can twist a little bit more. Set up into your position and maybe you bend the back knee to grab your foot. Notice if you are loading the weight down into the front shoulder, like if the shoulder is lifting up towards your towards your ear. If that's the case, press into your hand a little bit more. Lift up from your shoulder. We're breathing. Soft jaw, soft eye. You can work with how much you sink forward and lift up. I kind of do a little pulse usually. Good. Oh, and let it go. Nice and gentle. Oh. Good. We'll just go ahead and step back. Bring your knees down. Settle down into your child's pose. You might spend a moment in a tabletop, making your way down to child's pose. Take time coming up to your seat. And we'll join together in a butterfly seat. I'm using my pillow to prop up my backside a little bit today. Wrap your fingers around the toes, coming to a little forward fold. Soften in. Come upright. And we're going to come to deer pose. Haven't done it for a while, but I've been thinking about it. Lean over to the left. And we're going to take the right foot close up to the hip. So this may or may not be ideal or right for everyone's knees. But if you can, give it a try. Recentering on your sits bones. My right foot is by my hip. This sits bone is a little elevated. It's not like totally grounded in. It's just structure. Turning to the left, use your fingertips gently to the ground. Lift up your heart. Make your way out. I lean back over, maybe even use my arm to support the leg, coming back to a butterfly position so I can change sides. Grounding in, lift and turn. The shoulders anchor down, relax down. Good. And go ahead and come out. Easy out. Okay, we're low on time, but I still want to do this. So stretch your left leg out. This was the one that was bent to my side. I'm just going to use that one first. Out to 45 degrees. Turn the heart to the leg. Reach and fold. Big, nice open stretch for the back. Walk your hands up, change sides. Good. Walk your hands up and bring your feet down together and roll to your back. Take a moment, hugging your knees, massage your back side to side. Let's ground into the feet. Lift up the hips to bridge pose. You have options to interlace the fingers behind you, ground into the upper arms, Use robot arms to the sides. Lift up the hips, roll, or the heels roll down. And ironing the back. Stretch your right leg up, cross it over, and we'll come to a nice figure four. Easy breezy figure four. Come out to the other side. And come out. Let's settle in with a big twist, sinking into a twist. I shift my hips over to the right. Let the legs come over to the left. Tee out the arms to your sides. And breathe into your back body. Make your way out to center. Recenter your hips. Feel your back on the mat. And we'll change sides. Shifting to the other side. Find the position where you can let go. The next exhale, make your way back to center. Taking a moment to come to any last pose before Shavasana. Anything else that feels good for you? Two more breaths. And in your time settling into your Shavasana, letting the legs come out, arms to the sides or resting on you. And there's a comfortable position to close your eyes, connect to your breath. Notice your thoughts as they come and go.